Teacher Helen Jackson uses a number of food company pamphlets, posters and other promotional aids when she teaches food and nutrition to her pupils. The material is free and can be very helpful, but she feels that some of it is more commercial than educational and some is pretty borderline. Nevertheless, knowledge of her own subject helps her keep commercial bias to a minimum.
I think that any teacher would sift very, very carefully, and I know that we do here. However, you've got to take into account the sort of pressures that there are on teachers and the time scale that they're working to very often. So maybe it doesn't allow you to be quite as careful as you would like to be every time.
But the Food Commission is concerned that much food company material just is promotional rather than educational.
The most blatant messages in these kind of materials is fairly easy to spot, and teachers do end up throwing some of this material in the waste bin. But there are many more subtle messages, bias and promotion, that is much harder to spot, and I think it's extremely unfair to expect busy teachers to be able to weed out that kind of material. We think we should see an accreditation scheme where such materials are put in front of an independent body who can assess them. Therefore, good materials, and some companies are producing better materials than others, can be weeded out, and teachers would then have a seal of approval on that material.
So shouldn't companies provide educational material without openly advertising their products?
Well, obviously anybody that produces material should follow sensible guidance, and in fact the National Consumer Council has voluntary guidelines on what industry should do in terms of producing their materials, and we advocate this, and in fact our own materials are produced according to these guidelines.